welcome to this month's Sipping My Tea. Let me start by showing this amazing teacup. I want to thank the View Park chapter of the National Council of Negro Women. They had a beautiful high tea affair. I couldn't attend. I had a work conflict, but they know I'm a tea drinker and they know about sipping my tea. And they gave me this incredible set. Isn't that beautiful? So I told them this month sipping my tea, I would be using their tea set. It's gorgeous. So thank you, National Council of Negro Women, the View Park chapter. I appreciate you. It even has this amazing little, isn't that cute? Not that I have too many tea parties, but this is going to be a tea party for one. So I appreciate you. Thank you for joining. We're going to talk about this is going to be a good news sipping my tea. We're going to update you on 3 topics, projects that we're rolling out, one countywide, a couple in the 2nd district, LA County medical debt relief, our 2nd district beautification project, and Metro's brand new rail-to-rail pathway on Slauson. We just launched it. So I'm very excited about that. Medical debt relief. I hope you saw it in the press. If not, let me tell you about it. More than 135,000 LA County residents should have been receiving notices. See the envelope right there that says undo and the county seal? That's the envelope that's bringing great news to county residents. And they started rolling out this month. And it basically is telling you that your medical debt has been canceled. It's not a loan. It wasn't waived temporarily. It was paid on your behalf. We've launched in 2024 the LA County Medical Debt Relief Program through a motion that I had the privilege of co-authoring with Supervisor Janice Hahn. And through this program, the national nonprofit, the Undo Medical Debt, purchases eligible debt in bulk, often for pennies on the dollar, from hospitals, health systems, or collection agencies. Over $183 million in medical debt will be canceled through this initial round of notices. Isn't that amazing? As you can imagine, medical debt disproportionately impacts low-income residents and communities of color who are trying to navigate our health system. And what always deeply concerns me is that people will either delay seeking medical treatment or forego it completely because they're afraid of the cost or putting their families or themselves deeper in debt. So thank you to the LA County Medical Debt Coalition. It's a powerful multi-sector group, including philanthropy and hospitals and health plans. Working together, we have a goal of eliminating $2 billion in medical debt for our residents. I'm just so excited about that. This is a great nonprofit organization that's doing this work in local government across the country. If you are income eligible, if you earn less than, I believe it was 400% of the federal poverty level, you would be eligible to have your debt waived. So the selection process has already been made. So if you get the envelope, that's the good news. Your medical debt has been eliminated. We suggest you keep the letter. It's not an application process. And this is a poverty alleviation program, frankly, that I'm really proud of. And so again, LA County's Medical Debt Relief Program, and thanks to our partnership with the nonprofit organization. There gives you some data on how many people are impacted in LA County on medical debt and the total dollar amount. I told you that in this first round, we'll be eliminating that debt, and it'll impact over 134,000. Angelina, so that's some good news. Second piece of good news is, one of the things I hear about all the time is illegal dumping and trash. And I hear about it a lot in unincorporated communities in the district. And so we partnered with the LA Conservation Corps and Trade Tech College to create the 2nd District Beautification Program, focusing on a parcel of land in Lenox. Wait till I tell you what these young people with the Conservation Corps did. They collected over 90,000 pounds of trash and over 9,000 square feet of weeds were removed from this parcel you're looking at right there. Again, it's a vacant lot in Lenox that was used for illegal dumping right off the 105 freeway. The 105 freeway, you can see the freeway signs in the horizon there. So there's a parcel that runs parallel to the freeway. Professor Marcella Oliva from LATTC from Trade Tech is a beast. She took this project and ran with it. The Conservation Corps members participated in community design workshops along with the students from Lenox Math and Science Academy. They learned new skills. They used their math skills in mapping out the square footage. They did small mock-ups, as you see the student working on right now, in terms of what they wanted their designs to look like. And they created a beautiful walking path in this area. They cleaned the weeds. There's the walking path. It's kind of a meditation garden. The students were so excited about being able to walk in that area and seeing their own work. Again, using math skills to understand square footage and how many rocks they would need for, every square inch, all that kind of math stuff. These are some of the Conservation Corps students, some of the people from Caltrans, as well as Marcella. We did this launch a couple of weekends ago in the rain, and they were so excited, and I was thrilled. It's a perfect example of your county resources and dollars, partnering with a nonprofit organization, Conservation Corps, partnering with an academic institution to create a learning environment, as well as clean up some of the trash and debris in our community. So this is the 2nd District Beautification Project. If you see the cleanup crew truck around your area with my face on the side, this is our effort to, not replace the work of Public Works, but to really augment it and come up with this creative, innovative partnership to create a learning opportunity, resources and job opportunities for the Conservation Corps young people, and again, to beautify our community. The Arizona State University Reclamation Program has agreed to adopt this portion of the highway and will work with Caltrans to maintain the site now that we've done the heavy lifting of cleaning it. It's a great program that I'm just very excited about. I wanted to share it with you. And again, this is one of our beautification project areas, but there will be more and you'll hear more about them. The third and final kind of piece of good news I wanted to share with you, 35 years ago, I met some young students from UCLA when I was running the California Black Women's Health Project. And they came to our office, The Well, on 49th and Central, to talk about the deserted rail lines along Slauson. They were talking about this concept of rail to trail, where if we converted them, it could become a wonderful walking path. And they came to the Black Women's Health Project because they knew that we had just launched a program called Walking for Wellness. It was a partnership with Dr. Antoinette Yancey at the time at UCLA. We were encouraging Black women in particular to walk for their health, to reduce our incidence of obesity and cardiovascular disease. And here I had the privilege 35 years later to partner with every level of government, Congresswoman Maxine Waters, Council President Marquise Harris Dawson, the county put money in it, Metro put money in it, and we have transformed a 5-mile path along the Slauson corridor. It connects the communities near the K line Fairview Heights Station, the Metro J line Slauson Station, and the Metro A line Slauson Station. Because the goal is to really help connect these metro stations in a way that people feel safe. And if you, like me, drive down Slauson, people drive really fast. So to create more spaces for pedestrians to walk and for cyclists to ride safely, it's a 5.5-mile stretch. Isn't that amazing? It's well lit. It has beautiful greenery that's planted. We all talked about during the announcement wanting to make sure that the community does our collective part to keep it clean. I can't tell you how many families and older people we saw riding their bikes down the 5-mile stretch and who've committed to continuing to do so. So I'm really proud. We were able to redirect $15 million of American Rescue Plan Act funds to contribute to this. My transportation team on my staff worked so hard, helped them find some additional funding when they had a slight gap a couple years ago. Why is this important to the second district? According to the 2010 census, 18% of the area's residents use public transportation as a means of all their travel to work, school, compared to 11% citywide. So this is a public transit dependent community. Census data also indicates that nearly 4,300 residents and 2,500 cyclists use that very corridor every day. So when you think about the safety element of this walking path and cycling path, getting people off of the sidewalks along Slauson, out of harm's way with cars, and repurposing that old rail line, beautiful fencing up against the residences, that really are that abut that property, and the rail lines are gone, and this beautiful bike path. I hope you'll go by and take a look, or even better, ride down it. You saw me and Council President Marquise Harris Dawson. We had a gay old time out there riding last weekend. So that's our new Metro rail-to-rail pathway along Slauson. Decades in the making, thanks to all those who put their shoulder to the grindstone to actually get us to that grand opening day where we cut that ribbon and then we all jumped on our bikes. It was very exciting. Lots of really good news and good things happening in the second district. Let me sip some tea to the good news in my fancy new teacup. In closing, let me just share that I've got a lot of communities in the second district that are celebrating birthdays. A number of our coastal cities are celebrating 100 years. I did my quarterly meeting with all of the mayors in the second district a couple weeks ago. And so a number of them were talking about celebrations that are coming up in their cities. And Marina Del Rey turned 60. I'm older than the Marina. And so May 31st at Burton Chase Park from 11 to 4, there's going to be a big Marina culture jam. It's going to be a birthday party. So feel free to come out. If you haven't ridden for $1, the little boat that takes you around the marina, that is a lot of fun. Constituents talk about that and really love that the county offers that $1 boat ride around the marina. There it is on the flyer. So it's going to be a lot of fun happening. Burton Chase Park will start their summertime concert series coming up in the next couple of weeks. So keep your eyes open for that. It'll be on my social media and my website. Again, a lot of really positive, good things happening in the second district. And I'm really glad to share them with you on Sippin My Tea. So sometime when you sip tea, it's like you spreading the tea. And I think people always assume that that's like a negative, like it's gossiping. We sipping our tea and sharing good news, beautification project, debt relief for debt forgiveness, medical debt forgiveness, and a 5.5-mile bike path taking over blighted old rail tracks. That's something to sip about. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful Memorial Day, and I'll see you at the end of next month.